And turning to Singapore and Malaysia ties, Senior Minister Lee Hsien Loong says ties with Malaysia are what he calls hard-won and precious and not to be taken for granted. And while there will be some difficult issues, he says the two sides must not let these get politicised and poison the overall relationship. Now, Mr. Lee was speaking to the Kuala Lumpur Business Club at the end of a 4-day visit to Malaysia. Jeraldine Yap with more.
Singapore and Malaysia, the closest of neighbours who share what's been described as a close but complex relationship. Senior Minister Lee Hsien Loong says it's because there are fundamental issues that complicate ties. These include sensitive topics that crop up from time to time, such as water and maritime delimitation.
We keep on making progress, but the issues keep on being there for many years now. And they cannot simply be solved once and for all over an informal makan or even a feast of durians. They need hard work and serious discussion to identify workable and durable approaches, to manage the continuing issues and to accommodate each other's vital interests. So you can manage them, you can make progress settling pain points, but you cannot make them disappear.
As Prime Minister, Mr. Lee had worked with successive Malaysian leaders to resolve several issues. Some took years of negotiations, while others are still a work in progress. Mr. Lee says the two governments will continue to keep matters under control and insulate the broader cooperation from these unresolved problems.
We may like each other, we may have difficulties with each other, but we will forever be closest neighbours of each other. I can't move away, Malaysia can't move away, we are forever on each other's doorstep. I think it's much better we get along together. We can refuse to deal with each other, and you can engage in endless rounds of tit for tat, but it's not sensible, it's not viable for either side. We will give each other endless trouble. We will miss out on many opportunities for win-win cooperation. Neither of us will get any joy or benefit out of it.
Mr. Lee says he's glad that bilateral ties are stable and positive at a time of leadership transition between him and his successor, Prime Minister Lawrence Wong, who made an early introductory visit to Malaysia last month.
I have every confidence that PM Lawrence Wong will work with PM Anwar to take our partnership forward. As Senior Minister, I now have a different supporting role, and I'll do all I can in that role to strengthen ties further and to help forge new ones between our two countries.
Within ASEAN, Mr. Lee says both countries see things very similarly. He adds that as Malaysia takes on the chairmanship next year, it can count on Singapore's fullest support.
Mr. Lee also met Malaysia's leader of the opposition, Hamzah Zainuddin, and had lunch with several ministers, including Health Minister Zulkifli Ahmad, Transport Minister Anthony Loke, and Economy Minister Rafizi Ramli. They exchanged views on regional and global developments and discussed ways to strengthen cooperation between both sides.